Hey, what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BoA, aka Book of Alpha-Ronomy, here once again in the Alpha Sphere to drop some more life-changing game on top of you. Today, I want to chop it up with y'all about 10 things that nice guys and beta males need to learn about women. Not know about women, learn about women. Because, see, you can know a whole bunch of things, but it don't mean you're going to apply them to your life, though. But when you learn something, we take our lessons seriously. Lessons are valuable to us. So today I'm going to learn you something, all right? Now, there's a few reasons that I created this list, man. I want everybody to understand that this is not an attack on the nice guys and the men who are taken advantage of by women because of their tendency to be overly concerned for the woman's feelings, overly concerned for the woman's well-being, and most of all, the men who are willing to give a woman anything she wants without first making her earn that thing. Because just like we value our lessons and the things we learn, women certainly value the things they earn. They don't value what you give them freely. So we'll get into this list right now. Let's chop it up.
It's the Book of Alpha-Ronomy, homie. Read it or weep.
The first thing I want you to understand is the reason that you are a nice guy or a beta male is because you lack internal validation. You see what I'm saying? You are validated by external things, external people, external places, external ideas. But who you are as a man deep down inside is something that's lost on you. You don't understand who you are as a man. That's why it's so easy for you to jump to a woman and allow her to validate you with whatever it is she says makes you a man. If taking care of her 5 children by 5 men make you a man, you do it because you want to be a man. And you understand that to be a man, you need other people outside of you to validate your manhood or validate your right to claim that you are a man. That is why you're in situations where your family is calling you and you are putting your house up for somebody else's bond, for your brother's bond, for your uncle's bond, for your sister's bond, for somebody's bond. And then they skip bond and you got to deal with losing your property. And you know what you do? The very next time someone is in a situation like that, you fall in line and toe the line again because you don't have any internal validation. So whatever someone says should make you feel good, and that's what a real man does. You follow that. And as a result of that, you focus more on building your external man. You understand? So there's a lot of men out here who focus on building their bodies and building great physiques to cover up the fact that internally they are shallow. Internally, they have no depth at all. They don't even know what they want to be. So if you don't know what you want to be or who you are or who you even want to be, then you can easily figure out what you want to look like by looking at someone else. You can easily figure out how you want to live by looking at someone else's life. You understand? You can easily figure out how you want to worship the Most High, or if you want to worship the Most High at all, by looking at someone else's life and what they do. And then you find yourself building your external man based on another blueprint. You see, your external man will develop into what it needs to develop into if you focus solely on your internal man. You understand? All of the things that make you a great man are internal. Nothing external makes you a great man. Being rich doesn't make you a great man. Being fit doesn't make you a great man. Being tall doesn't make you a great man. Being light-skinned, dark-skinned, white, brown, black, orange, none of those things make you a great man. Greatness emanates from within the depths of your soul. The inner workings of your being are the keys to greatness. So when you do these two things, lack internal validation and overvalue external validation, you deal with women who act masculine. And I hear a lot of you men out here saying that black women act masculine. No, black women don't act masculine. Black women respond in that way because you act feminine. If you are more feminine than you should be, yes, she's going to seem masculine. But it is simply nature balancing itself. The more feminine you become, the more masculine she has to become. It's not her fault. It is you affecting the energy of nature with your willingness to be feminine, with your willingness to be a pushover, with your willingness to be docile, with your willingness to be emotional. So whenever you think about, let's look at other races of women. Why aren't white women so masculine? Of course, you have some that are, but why aren't white men claiming, oh, white women are so masculine? They're too masculine. They won't listen. They won't fall in line. They won't do it. Why aren't white men complaining about that? Why aren't Asian men complaining about that? Why aren't Hispanic men complaining about that? Why aren't Jamaican men complaining about that? Why aren't Haitian men complaining about that? Why is it only that the African American man, the black man in America, is the only one who's complaining about his woman being more masculine than he is? It's not because she's more masculine than you are. It's because you're more feminine than she is. So naturally, she has to respond in that way. A masculine woman is only that way because you're a feminine man. Any woman has to bow down. Her feminine energy will submit and succumb to the pressure of falling in line to the truly masculine man. And I don't mean this external validation masculinity. That's not real. I mean that internal masculinity. That masculinity that can't be nothing but masculine because there's no other option. The fact that you can be more feminine means that you lack masculine energy. Means that a woman is gonna become something that she's not supposed to be. You're the reason that she has to become masculine when she's around you. Two masculine energies are not going to exist in the same place. So whether we're looking at a heterosexual relationship, if we're looking at a homosexual relationship, if we're looking at a lesbian relationship, whatever kind of relationship we're looking at, somebody's going to be the masculine energy and somebody's going to be the feminine energy. You're never going to see two masculine energies exist in the same place. You got a better chance of seeing two feminine energies exist in the same place than you do two masculine energies. So if the more masculine you become, the more you rely on your masculinity, the more that you dig into yourself as a man and develop yourself and develop your masculinity and your manhood, then you won't have these problems with women. Another thing you have to understand is this. Women love men who pedestalize them. They love it. Every woman wants to be treated like a queen or a princess or whatever you're going to treat them like a prized possession. Every woman wants to feel like she's the best thing that's ever happened to you in your life. But deep down inside, if a woman is the best thing that's ever happened to you in your life, man, your life is jacked all the way up. Your life is terrible. Your life sucks. But she will definitely fall in line and accept anything that you pour on her when it comes to pedestalizing her. She loves a man who pedestalizes her, but she lusts after a man who requires pedestalization from her. Because deep down inside, the feminine energy in her wants to be able to cater to a man, wants to be able to submit to a man, wants to be able to be told and controlled and guided and led by a man. Her feminine energy wants that. Her feminine energy needs that. You see, she feels more like a woman around that man. That's why the same woman who will run ramshot over you will come to me and be a docile little kitten, curling up under me, walking around my leg, rubbing up against my leg as she walks around, just like a kitten, homie. You got to understand that everything you deal with women is based on how you present yourself as a man. Now, am I saying this is fail safe and foolproof? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the majority of times you interact with a woman from your masculine energy, she's going to interact with you from her feminine energy. And that's just the truth of the matter. Any man who is in his masculine energy can tell you this. So when you hear all these dudes complaining about how rough and raw and rugged these women are, hey, them boys they're not as deeply vested into their masculinity as they should be. And that leads me to this. Every man who isn't really who he says he is overcompensates. So if you see a man that's always talking about my physique, my physique, my physique. If you see a man that's always talking about, oh, my clothes, my clothes, my clothes. If you see a man that's always talking about my car, my car, my car. If you see a man that's talking about, I'm tall, I'm tall, I'm tall. All of these dudes are not really who they say they are. They're overcompensating for something that is missing internally. So they latch on to that one external strong suit that they have, and it represents who they are. You ever heard a man call himself a tall man? You ever heard a man call himself a fit man? You ever heard a man call himself a rich man? You ever heard a man call himself a stylish man? All of these things are external. How many of these dudes have you heard call themselves a spiritual man? How many of these dudes have you heard call themselves a man of integrity? How many of these dudes have you heard call themselves a focused man? A man's man? A patient man? A distinguished man? A wise man? They don't use words like wise, they use words like educated. Well, let me tell you this, there's educated women. So what separates you from her? See, the problem is you don't know how to develop your masculinity, so you develop yourself in the same way that women develop themselves. And that means she views you more and more as an equal. And you view yourself more and more as an equal. Because when you look at your manhood and it's based on all these external things that women can accomplish as well, you have no choice but to look at yourself as an equal. Because you're not focusing on your manhood, you're focusing on the worldly outlook on what a person should be, on what an adult should be. If you're striving to be what an adult should be, you're not striving to be what a man should be. An adult should be the same thing for both genders, male and female. An adult male and an adult female have the same set of requirements, same set of standards, same set of responsibilities. That's society's definition of what you should be. And so when I say a man overcompensates, he might lead with his wallet. You know what I'm saying? He might cold approach. Anytime a man says that my gift of gab is, it's the best thing. Hey man, let me tell you something. If you feel like you have to use these tactics, fine. Use whatever tactic you need to use. But understand that this represents an underlying issue. Understand that a man who feel like he got to have 100 women, it represents an underlying issue. That man has issues that he needs to overcome. He has issues that he needs to deal with. He has issues that he has not addressed in his life. And so what he does is overcompensate with substances, women, gambling, brand slaving, all of these things. He needs to represent himself to you through one of his cover-ups. Also, some of these men don't even know who they are. See, if you don't know who you are or even who you want to be, you create an entire character based on who you want to be. Or even worse, based on your imitation of someone else. See, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. That's what they say. But when I hear these boys out here imitating my content, imitate my delivery, imitate my ideas, talking about, hey man, we all think the same thing. There's nothing new under the sun. Now, ain't nothing new under the sun, but there's some things that I know that you don't. There's some ideas, principles I live by that you don't. So imitation is not the greatest form of flattery, because I am often imitated, never duplicated, and the imitation does not make me feel flattered. I don't feel flattered at all. As a matter of fact, I feel flabbergasted. So when you change your character, you got to understand a woman knows when you faking. Your best bet is to be who you are. For real, be who you are. Because at least you can get the respect of being authentic. And you can deal with a woman from a position of power. The only position of power you can deal with a woman from is the position of being exactly who you are. Because you don't really know no other position that well. You've been yourself your whole life, homie. So go with what you know. Go with what you should be confident in. But you also got to know some principles of manhood to stand by so you don't cross them. The problem is not you ain't got no game. The problem is not you even alpha or beta. The problem is that you don't have no principles of manhood that you stand on. So if you don't stand on integrity, there are some things you're going to do that are not healthy for yourself in order to please a woman, or even please a job, or please your family. If you don't stand on principles of manhood, there are some things you're going to compromise, and as you're compromising them, you're going to realize that you hate yourself for compromising them, but you know what you're going to do? You're going to go right ahead and compromise them. You see, masculinity, the truth about masculinity is that it is you who are going to have to own up to who you are. And you're going to have to accept that and embrace it and love it. The key to being the man you're supposed to be is loving the man you are and understanding that you can't improve yourself. See, we talk about self-improvement a lot and it sounds good. But you can't improve yourself as a man. You can improve your money. You can improve your physique. You can improve where you live. You can improve what you drive. You can improve how many languages you speak. You can improve how many different women you come into contact with. You can improve how many different places you travel to. All that is external. Every one of those things is external because guess what? A woman can improve all of those things as well. So that has nothing to do with being a man. You can't improve your internal characteristics. See, improve means to change. See what I'm saying? Improve means to change, means to add on. When we talk about home improvement, somebody adds a room to their house. Somebody throws a pool in the ground in the backyard or above ground pool. See what I'm saying? Somebody pulls up all the carpet and puts down some hardwood. These things represent change. You are changing the landscape over whatever it is you affected. You cannot change your internal man. You can only develop your internal man. Your internal man can only grow. It cannot change. A newborn baby never changes into a man. It grows into a man. See, a change is you wake up one day, you put him in the bed, it's a newborn baby. You wake up the next day, it's a grown man. That's a change. Growth happens over an extended period of time and there are levels to it. You watch that baby grow into a toddler. Then you watch that baby grow into a big kid. Then you watch that baby grow into a preteen. Then you watch that baby grow into a teen. Then you watch it grow into a young adult, and there it is, it's a grown man. That's the only way that happens. That's how it is with your internal man. Your internal man has to grow. It cannot improve. So self-improvement is based on all of the things external. Any man can improve himself, no matter what quality of man he is, no matter what caliber of man he is, no matter how authentic he is as a man, no matter how much manhood he has, no matter how much manhood he lacks. Any man can improve himself, and that's why everyone's talking about self-improvement as opposed to self-development. You are who you are. Your mindsets and everything about you was implanted in you when your dad's seed fertilized your mother's egg. 80% of who you are is already there. The rest of it is going to be based on your environment, the societal issues you face, and influence from your family after you're born. What you're exposed to, rather. So stop trying to improve stuff, because all you're going to do is improve the external stuff, and your life is going to be up and down like a roller coaster, because everything you improve can be taken away. Same way you improve your money, hey man, you can get a letter from the IRS and change everything. Same way you improve your body, hey man, you can get sick and have to be in the hospital for 14 days, man, and get skin as a fool on IV every day. And let me tell you something. You got to stop expecting a woman to turn down gifts from you just because she don't like you. She's not going to do that, Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Beta Male. She's not going to do that. Women love gifts. And you guys seem to give the most expensive gifts. You beta male simp manginas and nice guys give the best gifts of all. And a woman will not turn down money, gifts, and trips from you, no matter how much she views you as a weakling. No matter how much she views you as a do-boy. No matter how much she views you as a man, she would never even want to touch her. She doesn't care. See, women are attracted to physical specimens, but they're more attracted to masculine energy. See, they're attracted to physical specimens, but they can't resist masculine energy. Sometimes a woman can look at you and say you're attractive and keep it moving. If a woman feels that energy, she feels that alpha energy, she can't keep it moving. She don't want to keep it moving. She's sitting there squeezing her legs together, crossing her legs, trying to throw you off track from knowing that as soon as you walked in, she almost fell apart. But you ain't got to worry about this because you enter into an environment trying to look and see what female you can impress. You know why? Because you're a nice guy. You're a beta male. If this is your outlook, nobody cold approaches except nice guys and beta males, man. You're a nice guy if you instantly offer a woman validation and you don't even know who she is. You see, That's why you have to do all the things you do. That's why you have to take women on all of the dates. That's why you have to do all of these different things. Because that's just how you're cut. And this is not an attack on you, boy. This is a lesson for you. I'm trying to teach y'all boys something. See, let me tell you something about most of these content creators out here, man. They all want to be teachers, but none of them want to learn, even though they lacking in several areas of manhood and masculinity. Bunch of them lacking it. That's why you see so much catcalling and backbiting and all this chatty patty talk, talking about each other all the time and making all these different videos and live streams talking about each other and talking about everybody and calling everybody's name out because these boys lack masculinity. They all have internal issues, and that issue is they don't know who they are as men, so they have to latch on to ideologies and ideas. They have to latch on to things that they can present as what represents them. Nigga, I represent me. I'm a simple man. I'm still represented by the word alpha. True alpha. I'm represented by that word. I don't have to find external things to represent me. So when you see a picture of what an alpha male is, I don't have a picture of what an alpha male is. It's internal. It's internal energy. I don't have a picture of what a real man is supposed to be. A real man is internal. Real simply means authentic. Simply means true to form. It means that you have not attempted to create this caricature of yourself based on who you want to be or what you want to represent you because you want to hide who you truly are, or for the simple fact you have never tapped into who you truly are. A lot of you men are living on pain. You're perpetuating the ideology of who you are. The idea of who you are is based on pain you've experienced. Your whole attitude, this whole rah-rah, I want to hurt everybody, I'm against everybody attitude is based on pain that you experienced that you haven't gotten over yet. And I'm telling you, instead of attacking folks, especially me, hey man, talk to me about it, homie. I can help you through that thing. I ain't here to attack you. I ain't here to treat you no kind of way. I'm here to tell you how to heal yourself. And you niggas need to be healed, man. I'm looking at y'all boys. Y'all need to be healed out there. That's why in 2019, almost 2020, 2021 and beyond, you sitting around here, man, and really, really being a nice guy when it comes to dealing with women. A beta male when it comes to dealing with women. Either that or you're just simply an attack dog. And all you do is attack women. And that's the worst state to be in. If you're a man that attacks women, and tries to destroy their character and try to do all that, hey man, you are not even a man. Any man who attacks females is not even a man. A lion, when it takes over a pride, it doesn't attack the female. It'll fight them off enough to keep them from killing them because they be trying to kill him at first. He'll fight them off enough, he can easily kill them, but he don't want to kill them. He want to keep them. He want to benefit from them. So if you out here, man, and you want to tear things down, and you want to tell all men and all women and all ideas and everything around you, man, hey, you need some assistance, brother. You need an intervention. And that's what this is today. It's an intervention for you. See, you got to understand this. If you are enough of a pushover, a woman to marry you based on the fact that she'll tell you she loves you. And she'll love you for the things you do. She won't love you for the man you are. She'll love you for the things you do. But she'll marry you while she's still being sexually active with the alpha male who controls her lust. She lusts after this man. Listen, she will marry you, and the night before the wedding, spend the night with the alpha male that she can't leave alone. I've seen this happen. I've seen this happen. You know what I'm saying? This cat I used to get money with back in the day, man. We weren't really partners or nothing like that, man. But you know, we had an uneasy truce, man, an uneasy understanding because we really didn't like one another, but we could get money together. You understand what I'm saying? We was able to create a scenario, man, where we could both get money, and that I watched that situation happen with him, man. Now, granted, he was with the chick first. But then she went off, man, with this beta male, man, married this cat, and the night before the wedding, man, she was with this dude, man. Went on to marry. Eventually, man, she ended up leaving the dude she married, man, and getting back with this cat, man. And you know, I don't really know how it panned out. on down the line, because our business arrangement, man, fell apart after that. It was already at damn near at the end when we jumped on it. So anyway, another thing is this, man. You have to understand that if you're a pushover, she will never lust after you. And I know some beta male gonna say, well, Dr. BoA, she still comes in. She still gives me that loving. She gives me that loving. On my birthday, I get some head. I get all kind of things, Dr. BoA. What are you talking about, Dr. BoA? You don't know what you're talking about. Unsubscribed. Well, unsubscribe, but before you go, sucker, let me tell you this. The weaker you are, the more she loves you. But she doesn't see you as the object of her desire. She simply rewards you with the privilege of pleasing her when the object of her desire ain't thinking about her. Anytime the true object of her desire ain't giving her no time, ain't giving her no energy, ain't even talking to her, probably done put on ice, that's when you come into play. It's those times that lock you back in and make you feel rewarded for all the beta male simp mangina do boy nice guy things that you do for her. Those are the things that make you fall in line. You see what I'm saying? But you don't even understand. It is not even about you. It's about she is needing to get that itch scratched by the alpha that she truly lusts after. But he ain't steady enough. He got better things to be doing. He living his life, see? He living his life based on his own principles. So just because she want him don't mean she gonna get him. And it might be a while. Might be 2 months. She don't know. But within those 2 months, she's still texting him. She's still trying to talk to him. And every now and then he'll give her a little energy. You know what I'm saying? All types of things. She's sending him all types of videos and all type of pictures of her in compromising positions that you would be surprised to find that your wife is seeing. See what I'm saying? All of these things are taking place. And you believe that it's because you're such a great guy, because you're finally being rewarded for being a sucker. No, women never reward suckers. Anytime you think you're being rewarded, there's an ulterior motive behind that. And I think that's one of the most important things that nice guys and beta males need to know. Women will never reward or respect you or even appreciate you for being that type of man, because women appreciate a man who makes them feel a certain way. That's it. That's the only thing they appreciate. A man who makes them feel a certain way. So if she never gets anything from a man and he finally gives her something or finally treats her a certain way, she values that because that makes her feel validated. It makes her feel needed. It makes her feel desired. The things you do them because you think she deserves it just for being who she is. And that's what she thinks. It's hard for someone to appreciate something that they get all the time. That's why the alpha she lusts after ain't worrying about her calling him, telling her she need him and she want to come see him and she want to come drop it off to him, because he can get her whatever he wanted. So even if he turn her down right now, he can call her tomorrow and say, hey, you need to figure out how to get over here this evening. She gonna figure it out. She gonna tell you what she got to tell you. You, on the other hand, you got to take it when it's offered, because you don't know when it's coming again. See, that's the difference between a life, between an alpha male and a beta male, between a nice guy and a bad boy, as y'all call him. And another thing y'all need to know, man, is that if you're a nice guy or beta male, she'll never view you as anything other than a beta male simp mangina. She ain't gonna never wake up one day and say, oh, you was such a wonderful man. You was such a wonderful man. Now, when she hits the wall, when she gets to that age where her youthful exuberance, her youthful appearance isn't working the way it used to, then she'll start to reminisce about you. And she may end up coming back to you. That's how you end up with the chick when she was in her prime, didn't want you. Now that she's about 35, 40, now she wants you. You're the best thing that ever happened to her. Now she's got some baggage in tow. And here you are, stepping up to the plate. After all these years, still being a nice guy, beta male simp mangina. I'm gonna get on out of here, man. Peace.
Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this real. And as always, alphas up, betas down. Peace.